How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and today I'm gonna go ahead and try to make this thing just a little bit louder. This is my new 2009 Corvette ZR1, completely stock, and I gotta change that instantly. You already know me. It's too quiet. It is absolutely too quiet, even with the valves open. I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys. I'm not gonna like rev it up or get it up to temp because I am gonna try to remove some of the cats today, and I don't want to burn my little hands. So let me go ahead and open the garage, and I'll just turn it on for you really quick. You can hear it with the valves closed and the valves open, and it's just kind of underwhelming. It is also like 1,000,000 degrees outside, so that's why I was trying to keep the garage closed, and I think we will close it right after this. But yeah, let me go ahead and start it. I believe the valves are closed right now, and then I'll open them and you can hear the slight change. Again, I don't think I'm gonna rev it. I will throw a sound clip of the reveal video of me revving it, but I'm not gonna start revving it. I want the cats to be nice and cold while I manhandle them. This video is sponsored by Raycon. School is right around the corner, and some of my fondest memories of the end of summer is when my mother would take me back to school shopping, and you wanted to pick out some things that you'd be excited to show your new classmates. And after growing up, and if I ever have a kid one day, I can easily say that Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds would be on the top of his back-to-school list. Some new features on Raycon's everyday earbuds include active ergonomic design, multi-point connectivity that allows you to pair 2 or more devices at once, and active noise cancellation. Let me just tell you, when I'm washing my car, it is so nice to just pop these in and just cancel out the outside world. It's just me and my car, and we're making love with a water hose. You can also get them in a variety of different colors. Obviously, I love the color blue, so I went with the blue ones. They also feature a 32-hour battery life, and they also have this new quick charge function. Just 10 minutes of charging equals 90 minutes of playtime. This feature came in very clutch when I flew out to pick up my new car. I thought I was going to be stuck on the plane just staring at the wall, but charged these up really quick and got to enjoy a movie along the way. Also, for you gym bros out there, they are weatherproof and sweat-proof, and they're not going to fall out of your ear. Raycons also come in clutch when you're working and you just want to just block out the outside world and just stop all distractions. Their active noise cancellation is a game changer. To get your Raycons today, you need to click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/peacock to get your 20 to 40% off your Raycon purchase. By doing that, you also get free shipping. Big shout out to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to it. It sounds pretty good. It's not perfect, but it sounds pretty good. For a stock car, hear a little bit of a rumble, but nothing super impressive. So you could hear when I open the valves. The way to do that on this car is you go into the fuse box and you just pull the fuse for the valves. If you pull it, it stays open. So one thing I do want to wire in is a switch to where I can manually control it, because if I do go ahead and remove the cats, it's going to be pretty loud. Obviously, louder equals more horsepower, so that's why we're doing it. But at the same time, I don't want to be obnoxiously loud. So I think today we're going to start with the secondaries, and if it still needs to be a little bit more louder, then we will pull out the primaries and full send it. But let me go ahead and try to figure out how to jack this thing up, and we'll go from there. All right, I got it up in the air. It is sketchy, but it is up and supported by 4 things. Regardless, those look like the secondaries right there. So I think there's a slip joint right about there, dead center, and then there's a couple bolts in front of it, and the cat should theoretically just fall out. So take it out, punch it, put it back in. That's the game plan. All right, so I just got back from Lowe's. I'm letting the hardware soak with a PB blaster. This way any rust or anything is broken loose, hopefully. So I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. Everything under there is just a 15, so it should be relatively easy. And I actually found out that my car only has 2 cats. Those are primaries, not secondaries. They didn't have secondaries for this year. Thank God, less work. Anyways, letting it soak, and I'll show you guys when I get one out. Hopefully it goes smooth. All right, it literally took like 3 hours to get one out. It is really tight under there. You have to like loosen the cradle up. I had to like wedge some shit in there just to get it to droop because all of the suspension wants to pull it up. And after a while of finessing, I got it out. So I'm gonna go to town trying to punch the shit out of this. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. But God, man, ooh-wee, that was tiring. If you're wondering, I don't know if it'll focus, but that's what the inside looks like. It's a bunch of mesh. So we got to go to town destroying that. Alright, so that legit took like 5 seconds. I'm going to use the flashlight just to show you guys. You can see the light coming straight through. So literally super easy. This is what came out of it. So it's just really fine mesh that catches heat and gases, and it's nasty. So yeah, I guess it coming out in 5 seconds makes up for that taking 3 hours to take out. So I'm gonna go throw that one in. And now you might be wondering why I don't just do long tubes. One, I don't want to, but second of all, the factory manifolds are really good. Like, they have individual runners inside the manifold that then seamlessly transition into the down pipes, I guess. I don't know, the mid pipes. But yeah, you don't really need to. Like, long tubes don't do a whole lot unless you're going for crazy power, which we're not. And even then, like, I don't even have long tubes on my Mustang, so we don't really need them. All right, I got the second one out. This one was easier yet harder at the same time. I'm absolutely miserable, but can't stop halfway through. So yeah, this one's got the same fate as the next one. Let me go to town on her. All right, this one now is gutted. See straight through. This one was easier yet harder. Once again, harder to get in from this end, but kind of a straight shot in the front. So yeah, let me go ahead and hopefully quickly bolt this thing up. I'm praying to God he cuts me a break on this because, dude, I'm in this. I probably look like a mess right now. I'm just gonna show myself. I'm in this, like 6 hours. I look like I'm wearing eyeliner. I'm not. I did just wash my hands, but I haven't eaten anything all day. I thought this was I just chugged the coffee. I thought this was gonna be like a 3 hour long job. It's going on 6 hours now. God, I just want it to be over. All right, let me wrap this up and then we can finally hear it and go for a drive. All right, so after a good like 8 hours later, it's finally done. Haven't heard it yet. Just got done putting back on the wheels. I'm gonna set you guys up. Let's take a listen to this thing for this first time without cat. So right now the exhaust system is stock, catless exhaust. That's it. Let's check her out. It was a bitch. I hope to never do that again. If you have a ZR1 and you want to do that, good luck. Now that sounds like a Corvette. That sounds how it should sound. Got a nice little deep rumble to it, but it's not too overbearing at all. Go ahead and toss the what's it called, the fuse to close the valve. So let's see how it sounds with the valves closed at idle. Oh yeah, that's perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. This way, if I'm rolling by any cops, it's nice and quiet, but I guarantee if I open up the valve, oh my God. Dude, it's so quiet. Why didn't, I mean, I guess I needed cats, but this is just like, you could barely tell it's on. It is so quiet. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the valves a little bit. I'll give it just like a baby rev and we'll see, and then maybe we'll go driving. It's a lot later than I thought it was gonna be. So I'll ask my Corvette buddy if it's okay to drive as is, or if I should wait for him to flash off the light first. Let me let it warm up and then I'll pull it out. All right, I just want to say so far, sounds great. It's got nice little pops. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the shifts. It had that before, but now they're just a little bit louder, which is great. I haven't got on it yet. I'm just waiting to, I guess, let it warm up a little bit. And just my check engine light hasn't come on yet, which is also odd. But so far, I mean, sounds great. Sounds amazing, actually. So let's get a couple downshifts right here. I was really worried that I was going to be raspy as hell, but it's really nice. Like, it's not loud at all. I almost feel like it needs to be louder. But no, it's really tasteful right now. I'm sure from the back it's pretty loud, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, it's a damn near straight piped Corvette. So let's go ahead and make a U-turn here. Maybe we'll give her the beans. All right, we'll go ahead and get on it just a little bit right here. Oh yeah, no, it sounds good. It sounds really good. I need to strap the camera to the back. Maybe that's what we'll do tonight. Maybe I'll go back home, strap the camera to the back, and we'll see if we can see any flames. Okay, so I couldn't find my Insta360, so I'm gonna have to use the handheld for now. Regardless though, car sounds really good. I was really worried that it was going to sound raspy and super loud. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna head over to Eric's house, and I'm gonna try to have him hold the camera on the street and get a couple little flybys of different RPMs and stuff. That way we could really see. But the thing about the Insta360 as well is the mic on there isn't the best. So this camera mic, you'd be able to tell along with the whole rest of the video, like just how it's gonna sound if this is something that you're trying to do to your Corvette or your car in general. Typically, I think factory mufflers do a really good job, and then you just remove everything else and it'll still sound pretty good. But again, that's up to you. And yeah, I'm really happy so far with how it sounds. It's totally not as loud as I thought it was gonna be, which is good. I don't have to change my mufflers or add a resonator in my mid pipe or anything like that. So let's go ahead and see how it sounds merging onto this freeway. My oil's not up to temp, so I'm not gonna drive crazy, but you know, we can accelerate a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, it almost sounds like a BMW with those pops. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can hear them on camera. That's something that I think you guys definitely could hear off camera, but I hear little pops in between every shift, and it's just the right amount, just like a little brrr. Sounds great. Yeah, so I haven't heard the clips yet. I'm assuming it sounded pretty good based off of what Eric said. We didn't want to get too crazy. It is early in the morning, but I'm really happy with how it sounds. I mean, like, it genuinely sounds like how I think a Corvette should sound. It's not obnoxious either, which is one thing that I really didn't want. I didn't want it to sound like, you know, a straight piped 350Z or like a straight piped 5.0. And I feel like it still has that tasteful, oh, I love those pops. It still has that tasteful, like, American muscle Corvette sound. And I almost feel like the stock LS9 cam's got a decent little chop to it. It's nothing crazy, and I definitely want more chop eventually, but you know, it's got a little chop, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna head home and wrap up this video. So let's go ahead and see if I can ease onto her a little bit right here. Well, that was literally a little bit. So anyways, I'll see you guys back at the house. Well guys, I'm really happy with how it sounds. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the worst jobs I've ever done on a car. I've installed Whipples, I've done full-on motor swaps, trans swaps, clutches, whatever. That's fine. That and doing the fuel system on the McLaren, or just, I guess, cleaning the fuel filter, replacing the fuel filter on the McLaren, two of the worst jobs ever. This one, I think, by far was worse though. This was the most annoying thing ever. Now that I know how to do it, I'm sure I can do it relatively quick, but I hated that. I hated that with a passion. Regardless though, I'm happy with how it sounds. This is just step one of my 5-part mod list of what we're gonna do. Well, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be way more than 5. I just made up that number off the top of my head. Regardless, so let me know your thoughts of how it sounds down below. I'm really happy with it. Hopefully you guys like it too. Hopefully I did the Corvette some justice. Comment down below, and until next video, peace. To get your Raycons today, you need to click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/Peacock to get your 20 to 40% off your Raycon purchase. By doing that, you also get free shipping. Big shout out to Raycon for sponsoring this video.